If I go exceed your expectations, please refer me 3 clients. I invest my marketing dollars into the relationship. You could do things together as you start building your team. They could come in with absolutely no money and come away with a home.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It is Happy Monday. Exciting. I'm trying to make it exciting because, Monday for some people, it's like, it's Monday. And others, like myself, have to reverse psychology myself and say, it's great. It's Monday. It's the start of the week. But in reality, because, real estate is my career, it's my life, I am excited for the week because, Monday is a restart and adjustment to our business. And, real estate is all about emotions and how you feel motivated. And, you have to just be motivated. And when you're motivated, you'll get more done and you'll get more sales. So happy Monday, everybody. It's just great for you to be here. Show up for yourself. This is not for me. This is for you because you are the one that is out there in the battlefield of selling real estate. And so this topic today, the psychology of selling real estate, is so intended for you this week. So let's get right into this. And I really want to share with you this amazing topic. So here we go. And before we get started, my name is Jeffrey De Jesus. I've been in real estate for over 20 years, sold over 500 homes in the San Francisco Bay Area. That is over $500 million of sales. I built a large organization. We do over $1 billion in sales every year. And so with that being said, let's get right into our session. Like I mentioned, it's psychology of real estate. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. All right, let me just fix my screen on my end. Okay, let's. All right. Okay, I hope you all see my screen. So the psychology of selling real estate, how buyers and sellers really make decisions. Do you know how buyers and sellers make decisions? At least this is a really good template because when you're out there selling, you need to know how to move that client from A to B to C and get them sold. Whether that's you're representing the sellers or the buyers. So why psychology matters in real estate? Well, people don't just buy homes. They buy feelings, lifestyle, and future. Emotions drive decisions. Logic justifies them. Knowing the why helps you guide the how. Okay? The buyer's brain. 2 systems of making decisions. System 1, emotional. Fast, instinctive, driven by feelings. And system 2 is rational, slow, logical, driven by facts. Buyers lean 80% on emotion and 20% on logic. So, if people are emotional, right, then you have to be able to move their emotions, right? And things that move their emotions is when you pull up to a car and it's got great curb appeal, right? They're excited to see what's inside the house because the house, when you pull up, it has maybe a large driveway or the landscaping is really well kept. So curb appeal will really emotionally charge the buyer. So triggers that make buyers say yes. Okay, well, here we go. First impressions, curb appeal, staging, and cleanliness. We just went over that. Emotional connection, envisioning family moments and lifestyle. fear of missing out, competition and scarcity, trust in agents' guidance, confidence, and authority. Okay, these are some triggers that buyers say yes. The seller's mindset, anchoring bias. Sellers overvalue based on purchase price or improvements. You ever talk to a seller and like they remodeled their home and they're so caught up on like the remodel? Is because when they remodeled, they were so entrenched in that remodel, they feel that the value of the home has skyrocketed. But in reality, the comps are the comps. And the better you could communicate that to your seller, because sometimes sellers are unrealistic. So you got to be able to communicate what it is. Of course, you always want to praise that they did an improvement, because people who did their an improvement for their first time, sometimes it's overwhelming. So if you ever remodel the house, I mean, it's overwhelming. I've remodeled hundreds of houses, so it's not overwhelming for me. So it's easy for me to discredit what they're thinking, their psychology. So but you have to understand the seller's mindset. All right, emotional attachment. This is my home, not just a house. So it's another stumbling block for people. I mean, I have a seller right now here in Daly City, California. She's around 83, and boy, she is attached to the home. I mean, she's ailing, her health, etc. And these are the challenges you have to work through. But if you know the psychology of what sellers are going through, then you could help guide them to the proper sale. Loss aversion, fear of leaving money on the table. I just sold a house in Burlingame, California, and we priced this home $500,000 above the market price. But that was okay because they didn't want to leave any money on the table, right? And they sold it. They sold it over 300,000 above the market. Yeah, they didn't get the whole 500, but that was the whole thing. A lot of agents weren't they were trying to educate us or educate my seller and myself on like, hey, you're overpriced. Well, we knew that, but the key thing there is we knew that Burlingame, California is one of the best zip codes on the planet. Not in California, but on the planet. So we knew if somebody wanted to buy it, they'll pay the price. And they did. And the person who bought it was a real estate broker. So you go figure, right? All right. Influence, family, neighbors, friends, opinion. Okay. So a lot of people, I mean, if you ever done a real estate transaction and then the seller is so opinionated or they have so much to say about like they're like the realtor, well, a lot of that is influenced by friends, family, or they have a family member that was a real estate agent 50 years ago. Well, that's where it's coming from. And if you know that your seller is having, they act like the realtor, well, you got to know where you need to sort of figure out where that's coming from. So then you know how to handle that objection. How sellers decide on agents. All right, here you go. Trust and likability first, then credibility. Okay, this is important because I see a lot of agents. They're really out there, and this is where leads come in and sales. So if they like and trust you, then you have credibility. Then they'll do business with you. I mean, I've beaten out some agents that are super sharp. I mean, they know their stuff. Objection handling, they are like razor sharp. I beat them out because when I came into the listing presentation, I was real. I came in there with just a pad and paper, and I just listened and I wrote down everything they said. I repeated everything they said to me to tell them that I'm listening. And I knew the person that was on the other side. There was actually 4 agents. And one of them I knew personally, and we were going at it because it was between that agent and myself. But the point is, they like me and they trust me. So, confident communication. This is another one. You have to be able to convey your message and your communication clearly. Market knowledge reduces their uncertainty. Sellers want certainty, control, and care. So these are the four major pillars. Okay, if you drill this on how you convey yourself and handle yourself, then you can really
Aquí le
get things
mandé.
going. Hold on here. Let me here.
No me
Okay, let's. Okay, hold on there.
Wow. No lo puedo
Yolanda,
creer.
can you put yourself on mute, please? Thank you.
Sure. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Sales techniques backed by psychology, social proof, share success stories and testimonies. Scarcity, highlight buyer activities and limit inventory. Authority, use data, comps, and your expertise. Framing, present price in ranges, not absolutes. This is important because I see a lot of agents do absolutes, like this is the price, but you have to always give yourself room. Anchoring, start high with value, then adjust strategically. This is also important because I know that a lot of if you start high, whether you're ready to write an offer or you're talking to a seller, you want to start at a higher point because this is where you can help with that psychology of getting to the point where your deal is going to be ratified. Okay. If you want to talk more about that specifically, reach out to me because that's really an important point. Like I said, if you're dealing with the seller or from representing a buyer, it is important. The anchoring, starting with the high value. Practical tips for agents. Staging for feelings, not furniture. Listen twice as much as you speak. I know some agents who talk way too much. I tend to talk a lot as well, but I won't, throw up all over the client unless if it's a topic that I'm very, very knowledgeable about. Create urgency with the market stats. Okay. Like right now, for sellers, great time to sell. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, which is true. For buyers, rates are going down. It's a good time to buy. So you get into a house that you really want today because you can negotiate with the sellers. So get in, and then later, when the rates get better, refinance. Save yourself a few $100 a month. Rather than trying to compete in a market, if you ever try to buy a home in a challenging market where there's multiple offers, extremely tough. Okay. So stay on top of mind with consistent touch points. This is where your CRM comes in. This is where your automatic text systems come in. Guide, don't push. Help clients feel ownership of the decision. Okay. So these are just really good practical tips. Case study selling with psychology. Example, home sat on the market. So restage, new photos, reposition price. Okay, so if you have a listing and it's just sitting on the market, restage, new photos, reposition price. Results, emotional appeal, urgency, multiple offers within 7 days. Have you seen this done on maybe you're following a listing and you're like, wow, look at that listing. It's just sitting there. And then all of a sudden it's sold and you're like, oh, wow, it sold for more than the list price. Well, they repositioned. Okay. All right, well, some final takeaways here. Buyers buy dreams, not bricks. Sellers sell memories, not just property. Agents who master psychology master the market. Okay. So really important to know psychology. But I just want to thank everybody for coming on today. I'm going to stop sharing. And if you guys have anything you want to share, what happened this weekend, let me know. If not, I will talk with you later. Please join me for the shift Wednesdays at 12 noon. Again, my staff is here ready for you Wednesday mornings. If you need CRM, you need some training on a certain platform, Bold Trail, you need help uploading your database onto Bold Trail, order signs for sale signs. I mean, I'm trying to be here for you. You got to get really determined in this business. I'm here to support you. And if you're with EXP, there's a lot of tools there. Open up your phone app. There's so much going on our phone. EXP app, if you're with EXP, if you're not, well, get with your broker. But there's a lot of things going on with the app. It's wonderful. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that presentation because I did. It really enforces some of the things I need to get done as a real estate agent, because real estate is my passion. I love it. And anyways, until next time, have a nice day.